guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig and it's time for a Magic review. I'm going to be doing a one-off Magic review. This is not something that I'm going to be repeating, but there's a reason why I'm actually doing this review. Now, I actually talked about this product before, a couple of weeks ago on a Friday Night Rant, and I actually did an honest trailer on it a couple of weeks ago. I am talking about Stefano Nobile's Any Card at Any Number. It's called the Nobile ACAAN 2021, and it's available as a download from Penguin Magic. Now, I've talked about this product before. I talked about how I didn't like it. And I talked about a few different reasons why I didn't like it. And then a couple of days later, I put an honest trailer up about it. I've since been contacted by Stefano, and he told me under no certain circumstances that I should take the honest trailer down and that I'm lying about him and I'm lying about his product. And his product is perfect, and that lots of magicians like his product, and that I am lying and that I'm a liar. He used the word lying a lot. He actually shouted an awful lot. And I was away when he actually messaged. I was away on holiday, and one of my team picked up the message and was chatting back and forth with him, saying that we'd get back in touch. He wanted the honest trailer took down, and the person from my team that was messaging with him saying, well, okay, but would you like Craig to do a review instead? Because, you know, he's bought the product, he spent $18 on this product. Would it be okay for him to review the product? And Stefano said no, he doesn't want me to review the product because he doesn't want me to review it. He doesn't believe that I should be allowed to review his product. He wanted me to take the honest trailer down and stop lying to him, and stop lying because the trick is perfect. His words, not mine. The trick is perfect, and it is the perfect trick. And unless I'm going to go and give it a good review, I shouldn't review it or mention it at all in any way, shape or form. So if he's not happy with the honest trailer, fine. I'll make the honest trailer unlisted, no problem. But I'm not going to sit here and have someone tell me that I'm not allowed to review the product. Like the guy actually said that unless I give it a positive review, I'm not allowed to actually give it a review. I'm not allowed to say what I think about it. And we had to clarify that several times. So I hope you're watching this, Stefano. I am going to take the honest trailer down. You know, if you don't want the honest trailer, that's absolutely fine. But you can't censor me. Anybody is allowed to give a review to a product. And you know, you just have to take it like gossip, which is my own trick that came out recently. I've had some wonderful reviews. David Penn on the Wizard Product Review gave it a great review. Steve Fulton on Real Magic have given it a great review. But you know what? There's somebody on Instagram that gave it a bad review and said it wasn't very good and gave a whole different reasons why it wasn't very good. I didn't bitch and moan to that person. I didn't turn around to that person and say, well, you need to take this down immediately and you can't leave a review because that's not you're not allowed to do that. I was just like, well, fair enough. That's your opinion. Thanks very much. You're entitled to your opinion. I mentioned one thing that you said in the review, which I disagreed with. But other than that, I said, yeah, thanks very much for the review. Because ultimately, people are allowed to review a product if they want to, Stefano. People are allowed, if somebody pays money, this is how it works. You release a product, okay? And you decide, and once that product is released, you then are charging money for that product. So anybody who buys that product is allowed to say what they think about it. If they think it's the most amazing trick in the world, then that's fine. But if they think that trick sucks, you can't turn around to them and shout at them over a messenger, telling them, no, you can't leave a review. You can't do that, Stefano. So you don't like the honest trailer, fine. I'm going to take the honest trailer down. And just so you know, the honest trailers are done in jest. They're done as a joke. They're done and they're not serious. I've done 3 honest trailers on my own projects, for God's sake. The honest trailers aren't serious. But if you have such an issue with the honest trailer, dude, I'll take it down. No problem. I'll make it unlive. But you can't stop me from reviewing that product. And that is exactly what I'm going to do right now. Now, I talked in the honest trailer and I said that the trailer lied. And the reason I said the trailer lied is because the trick, if you don't know it, is an ACAAN. So the whole idea is, and this is exactly what it looks like, you have someone pick a card, Well, you have someone name a card. So you have someone name a card, and then you spread through the deck and you show the card, and then once you've shown the card, you square up the deck, and then you spread the deck out on the table, and blah 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 blah, and then you're into the ACAAN. So that's the procedure that you have to go through. When they name the card, you have to spread through and show it first of all. Now, on Penguin, there is a trailer. However, I can't get the trailer. When I'm doing an honest trailer, I need to get the trailer in order to re-edit it and put a voiceover over it. I couldn't get the trailer off Penguin. So I searched for this product and I found the trailer on Stefano's own YouTube channel. And it looked like the same identical trailer. So that's what I used for the honest trailer. And the one that's on his own YouTube channel, this particular trailer, which is different, in all fairness to Stefano, it's different to the one that's on Penguin. The one that's on his YouTube channel, he doesn't do that procedure. He has somebody name a card and he says, right, I'm going to shuffle, I'm going to shuffle, I'm going to shuffle, I'm going to shuffle, and then he goes into it. The thing at the beginning where he has to spread through to show the card, that piece of procedure is not shown. And I said on the honest trailer, that's an out-and-out lie. And the reason it's an out-and-out lie is because you can't do that. You can't have someone name a card and just have the card shuffled and then go into this. You can't do that. Now, he then said that, no, you're right, you can't do that. But the one on the Penguin Magic, I do it the right way. And in all fairness, he does. Now, I don't understand why he's got a version on his own YouTube channel that doesn't have the correct method. And I asked him that, and he said, well, you know, that uses pre-show, and I talk about pre-show in the download. He does not talk about pre-show in the download. There is no, I've gone through that download 5 times. There is no mention of pre-show at all. There is no mention of pre-show. He does not talk about pre-show. He does not talk in any way, shape or form about pre-show. And in my opinion, saying, oh, you can do this with pre-show, you can have someone think of a card beforehand, that's a cop-out, because that's not even mentioned as a possible option on the download. It's just not mentioned as a possible option on the download. So I don't understand why he's got another version of the trailer, and that's where the confusion came from, because the trailer that I got off his YouTube channel is different to the one that's on Penguin. But whatever, the one on Penguin does actually have him showing that piece of procedure. So fair enough. Let's talk about the actual product itself. So the actual product itself, what is it? It's an ACAAN. Somebody names a card, somebody names a number, and the card appears at that number. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like the trick. And if anyone saw the rant that I put up a couple of weeks ago, you know I don't like the trick. Let me explain why I don't like the trick. There's a few different reasons why I don't like it. First of all, I've talked on this channel over and over again, and this is only my opinion. There might be somebody out there, and he's told me, don't review the product because I've shown it to magicians who absolutely love it, and that's fair enough. That's fair enough. This is only my opinion. Okay, but here is my opinion. My opinion is, first and foremost, if you're bringing a product out to market and you're charging $18 for the download, which is a lot of money for a download, it really is. It's not like a cheap amount. You see downloads coming out these days for $4 or $5 that are great. This is an $18 download. So if you're going to bring out an $18 download, you better make sure it's absolutely amazing and it's got a whole stack of information, because I can take that $18 and I can buy an ebook from library.com that's got hundreds of pages of information in it. I can buy a book, I can stick an extra $10 on it and buy a Vanishing Ink book. I can buy an actual physical product for that. So you better make sure that it's an amazing trick, and you better make sure that the instructions are great. Well, the instructional download that comes with this, it's a little bit confusing because there's 3 videos. The first video is about 45 seconds long, and the first video is him saying, hello, welcome to the trick, this is the trick, blah, 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 blah. The next section is about 2.5 minutes long or something like that. And it's him explaining how the trick works. So it's him explaining what you have to do in the trick. And basically there's a camera set up behind him on his kitchen table, which is where he's filmed the performance. And that's the other reason why I got confused, because he's obviously filmed both trailers at the same time, because it's in exactly the same place and he's wearing exactly the same thing. But the next video, which is about 2.5 minutes long, is a camera behind him showing exactly how the trick works. And then there's another video that's like about 1 minute long or something like that. And it's him showing the main move a couple of other times. And and then saying thanks very much, goodbye. There's nothing in there about pre-show. So the whole thing is about 4 minutes long. So you're spending $18 and you're getting a 4-minute download. I honestly think, and the trick in which he's actually explaining, I think it needs more than 4 minutes of explanation, because in order to understand the concept of what's happening here, in order to understand the moves that you're doing in order to make this happen, they're not self-working moves. This is the sort of thing that Slidini would have spent hours and hours and hours teaching. There are videos that teach you how to do stuff like this. And the videos are like 2 or 3 hours long. And he's basically explaining this whole procedure in 2-3 minutes? I think that if you're going to put a product out like this that requires moves like this, you need to talk about audience management. You need to talk about angles. You need to talk about timing. You need to talk about misdirection, direction of attention, all stuff that's important in the type of routine that he's doing. It's like he's shot this in between his his family's just had lunch on the kitchen table and it's all been cleared away. Yeah, I'm going to come in and watch TV with you guys in a bit. I'm just going to quickly film a magic trick here. Just give me 5 minutes. And it's not like he's put any effort into the actual explanation of the trick. And it feels very rushed. And I honestly believe if you're a new magician who hadn't got any experience with moves like this, and there's going to be a lot of people out there that haven't got experience with moves like this, you're going to really struggle to learn how to do it. So then my next issue is that this particular ACAAN, it doesn't make sense logically. And what I mean by that is you have somebody name a card. So they name a card and you show it in the deck and then you square the deck. And that's fine. That's fine. Okay. I mean, there are restrictions. You have to be sitting down at a table. That's important. You can't have people to the side. That's important. You can't have people behind you. That's important. We'll get to that later on. But if people are sitting around a table with you and you're doing this as an informal performance, then that's fine. You know, as long as you're aware of the environment in which you're performing for, that's fine. Then what you do is you spread the deck out on the table. But how you spread the deck out on the table, you have to spread it so it is right near the edge of the table. And that just looks dodgy. In my opinion, it looks dodgy. I mean, you can just see that, like, there's a reason that you've spread the deck there. You can just, you've spread the deck there. Why is the deck being spread at this particular place? I just think it looks really dodgy. But then for the method to work, he says, right, okay, name a number. And let's say the guy says 18. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18. And then he squares up the deck and then gives it to the spectator and then gets the spectator to deal. So why are you counting to the 18th position just to then square up the deck and give it to somebody to deal themselves? And I understand why you're doing it. From a methodology point of view, that's what you have to do. But it doesn't make any sense from a presentational point of view. Now, you could maybe cover it. You could maybe cover why you've actually done that if the download was longer than 4 minutes, but it's not. The download is like 4 minutes long, and this is the sort of thing that you should have covered. Right, let me explain how to justify this, because this is a bit of an odd thing to do. Let me justify why this works, and let me give you the justification for it. He doesn't do that. He's just like, right, 18, boom, 18th position, square up, you take the deck and count to 18. Now, he's got a big list of stuff on the on the ad copy. No this, no mirrors, no stack, no memory work, no which is fine. But what it does use is a technique that's kind of outdated these days. I don't really want to get too much into what the technique, but what it uses is a method that's quite outdated. You don't see many people in a situation where they can use this technique. As I say, unless you're sitting in a formal close-up show where you're sitting down and everybody else is sitting down around you, or maybe you're in an informal situation where you're sitting down at a table and you've got people opposite you, not next to you, but you've got people sitting opposite you, watching you, then it would work. But there's a lot of places it won't work. It says it's suitable for every environment. It's suitable for stage. It actually says on the ad copy, suitable for stage. Well, in order for it to be suitable on stage, you would need a table set up right there, and you need to sit behind the table. That's what you'd need to do. I'm trying to think if you could do it with a savant, But I don't think you could, because it'd be a bit awkward. Maybe you could get away with it. I don't know. I don't think so. But even if you could, he doesn't explain it in the download, because the download is 4 minutes long. So based on the explanation that we have on this project, and all I can do is base it on the 4-minute explanation, this is not suitable for stage. You're not going to set a table up on stage and sit down behind the table. Yeah, if you're Jan's Frisch, then maybe you are. But it's not ask any stage worker if you're going to sit down and do card magic on stage. You're not going to do that. And yes, he says it's suitable for stage. He said it's suitable for close-up. Well, it's not suitable for most close-up performing environments. It's not suitable for anywhere where you're standing up. It's not suitable for anywhere where you've got people sitting next to you. And then, personally, and as I say, Stefano, I know you didn't want me to do this review, but I'm doing it. Personally, in my opinion, I think that the method is telegraphed by the handling of the deck, because I think that when you do this, I think that it's going to be fairly obvious what's going on. You spread the deck out like this, and then you come back here as you're counting, and then I just think that that's fairly obvious. And I've never seen a trick before where you spread the deck so close to the edge of the table. I just think it's a really obvious trick. And to be honest, I've seen other people, when you think about any card at any number, I personally have played around with versions like this and dismissed them very early on, because for me, they weren't practical. And for the majority of people, if we put a poll on the Magic Cafe or on Facebook in one of the Facebook groups or somewhere like that and said, how many people use the technique these days that this relies on? Very few people are going to say, yes, I do, because not many people do. And yet you're charging $18. And if you are somebody who's studied this technique, you're already probably thought of the idea of what you've done here. So, yeah, if you want any card at any number, he proudly says there's no stack, there's no gaffs, there's no this, there's no that, there's no the other, it's a regular deck of cards. And yeah, that's fine. And if you like the performance on the trailer, and as I say, you look at the right video, don't look at the wrong video like I did. Look at the right video. Look at the penguin video. If you like that penguin performance and you go, yeah, you know what? I like that, ACAAN. Great. Get yourself it, as long as you're aware of the performing conditions. But in my opinion, there's a million routines that are better to achieve ACAAN than this. There just are. There's so many different ways that's better than doing it. When you take into consideration the fact that there's no justification of the count, when you take into consideration that you need to be sat down behind the table, when it looks a little bit choreographed, in my opinion, all of this put together, this, you might argue and say, well, actually, Craig, this is a good ACAAN, in which case that's fine. My question to you is this: is it the best ACAAN of all time? Is it worth $18? Because personally, I don't think it's worth $18. But you know what, Stefano? It's only my opinion. I don't like it. I'm not going to use it. And I felt cheated when I bought it. Because I bought it and I went through all of the things, and the ad copy made it sound great. And I went through all of the thing. And when I realized how it worked, and to be honest, I bought it because I wanted to review it anyway. As I say, the thing, yeah, I haven't got anything else to say about it. It's not great. In my opinion, it's not great. I would give it 0%. I wouldn't use it. There are so many other ways that you can achieve any card at any number. Now, aside from the product, Stefano, aside from the product, you need to understand, if you're releasing Magic in the Magic community, you cannot demand that somebody does not review your product. That's just not fair, Stefano. And when somebody, you know what I fully anticipate happening? I fully anticipate happening is you communicating with me or my team and shouting like you did before in the last message, going, take that review down. You are lying. Well, no, I'm not lying, Stefano. It is only my opinion. I'm going to apologise right now. That's why I took the Honest trailer down. I wouldn't take it down normally, but I took the Honest trailer down. And the reason I took the Honest trailer down is because I took the wrong trailer, and the one on Penguin does accurately show the performance. You're right. I'm taking that down. No problem. It's not there now. But you can't tell me not to review your product just because you think it's perfect, just because you think it's the perfect ACAAN, just because you think it's absolutely amazing. I'm sorry. That's your opinion. And my opinion is it's not. And as I said, I'm going to go back to my trick that I released recently, which is gossip. You know, somebody on Instagram, the People's Prestigition something or other, I don't know, gave it a bad review. That's awesome. That's absolutely fine. That's that guy's opinion, and I've got no problem with that. He didn't like it. That's cool. Look at all the other people that do like it, and that's what you should do. I don't like this. Don't get in a high huff. Don't shout at me and contact me telling me to take this review down, because I am telling you right now, I am not taking this review down. If you want me to take this review down, you can go suck it. It's as simple as that. This review is not getting taken down. I took the honest trailer down for you because I did it based on the wrong trailer. And that's my bad, and I shouldn't have done that, and I didn't realise why you've got two trailers, one of which is inaccurate, I don't know, but whatever. However, I'm not going to take this review down, and I'm also not going to have you calling me a liar anymore, okay? I'm not lying, I'm giving people my opinion, and if you don't like it, maybe work a little bit harder on the production value of the trick that you're releasing, because this could have got a better review if you'd actually bothered justifying it. If you'd actually bothered justifying all the moves you were making. What's the justification for spreading the deck close to you? What's the justification of doing this? A 4-minute download for $18 isn't acceptable in this day and age, in my opinion. So there you go. That's a one-off special bonus review. And that's the reason why I took the Stefano's ACAAN off the Honest Trailer playlist. It's because he asked me to, and when I looked at the situation, I said yes, but I still want people to realise that this is not a very good trick. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. It's just my opinion. That's just the way it is. Yeah, there you go. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This was a special one-off video, but I'll see you again at some time. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.